We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today, or anytime in the future.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Pizza King's in Connellsville is your go-to lunch and dinner spot with a full menu of mouth-watering pizzas and so much more. Using a deck oven helps our pizzas stay extra crisp, so if you haven't tried a slice lately, what are you waiting for? From our 50-slice King Carnivore to veggie pizzas and even pickle pizzas, Pizza King has the pie to match your taste. Pizza King's, 1046 Morrell Avenue in Connellsville. Call 724-626-8343 or visit pizzakingswithaz.com.
Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life gonna start today.
Well, good morning, Fayette County. It's a new day here. It's a great day. And this is Discover Fayette with Rick Fike. I am Rick Fike. I have a couple distinguished gentlemen in the studio with me this morning. Who's laughing? Somebody laughed at that. So I have a couple friends from WMBS Radio, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, in the house with me today. Mr. Josh Krysak, first of all. How are you, sir?
I am well. I got your text this morning.
Stop it.
Nah, I'm messing. I'm happy to be here. Happy to join you.
Yeah, Josh, I make Josh feel very special when I ask him on the show. So, yeah.
He's like, dude, I need a pinch hitter.
Yeah, I did.
That's basically what it is.
And listen, he's like, I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you.
I got you.
So, and the other one running the controls is not TJ. TJ is not here today. I've got my man Nick over here.
Not TJ, that's my name.
That's right.
I've been called worse.
I'm sure.
So we're friends of distinction then, Rick. I mean, that was an old music group. So
yeah, I'll take
Josh
it.
and I are friends of distinction.
That's right.
Running in the grass.
That's right.
Josh knows. I mean, it's all
know.
over his
Here's
iPod.
the thing. I'll tell you this, and again, you don't get to see Nick out in the daylight too often. I'm
like a vampire.
At the end of my days, I see him come in. He just he ducks in the corner. But his nickname is Pope Nicholas Michael.
That's it.
Pope Nicholas.
It's so dark and cold in this studio this morning.
Absolutely. Me and Leo were hanging out this weekend. We were eating pizza. People were throwing to us.
Well, it's good to see Nick. You know, it's been a while.
It's good to be seen, Rick.
It's been a while. I almost don't see you because the weight you lost.
Well, thank you.
You look great, man. I used to see you on the regular and haven't seen you in a while, and it's great to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be into work on a Monday morning. It's good to see people like you.
Well, That's very.
Well, that
nice
was
of you
way
to say.
too nice and sentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded
I don't
really,
like that.
really sappy.
That
That's
was
not
bad.
like you.
No, I'll never make that mistake again.
No, we know you won't.
Well,
Pretend it's Saltzman over here.
that's right. Oh, no, please.
I won't look you in the eye then
Please
or
don't.
acknowledge you. No, I like Doug. Doug's a good guy.
Uh-oh, get out
No.
of here.
Quick story about Doug Saltzman.
Oh,
And
boy.
then we'll get to business.
Well, he
here.
never
So-
tells a quick story.
No. But I do. So Doug used to work out of the same office I do over at the Fayette Chamber office. Previously, he was in a role that somebody rented the upstairs, and Doug, we were having cake for my birthday, and Doug comes down innocently enough, Doug, and says, "Oh, well, happy birthday, Rick. Are you 52?" I said, "Doug, are you 52?" Like, yeah, I was like my 40th birthday, guys.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, and I think he was serious.
I think he probably was.
And
40?
so,
Wow, you look great.
well, thank you. I'm
You're like
42,
24.
actually. I'm 42.
Oh, 42.
Yeah, it's been a couple years
Jackie
since that.
Robinson.
Yeah. So,
He's a young kid.
He's young. He's a baby.
oh, Josh, you're right there with me.
I'm a little bit older. 45.
And Nick's, you're like 21, right, Nick?
Something like that.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
always
29.
forever
I'm getting
21.
old. Forever 21, that's right.
It's not just a business.
He has that voice, though. He's got that voice.
It
that-
is the voice for
It's
sure.
the
Well, thank
mature
you. Face,
voice.
really.
Well,
The face for radio. That's why the camera's on you guys.
that's right.
Well, listen, all the pleasantries aside, it's great to have Nick here. It's always great to have
thank
Josh here. So, but yeah, this is Discover Fayette, and our goal with Discover Fayette is to identify and share the good right here in Fayette County. There's a lot of good in Fayette County, Josh.
It's an endless amount of good. I actually just saw you last week walking around at the fair.
You did?
I know you're probably going to talk fair a little bit or
Yep.
a recap. That's where you see the good happening. And you just walk from station to station. You're running into people that you know. You're seeing things that people are engaged in, things people are doing for the community. You and I never have a shortage of stuff to talk about on
true.
this show.
It's true.
Because every single week, there's somebody doing good things in Fayette County.
And it's absolutely right. And the fair is at the top of the list. And I've got a great feel good story. I actually was
Awesome.
listening a little bit earlier with Matt and Annie. They covered it, but we're going to cover it a little more in depth as well.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to talk about the fair. But briefly, we just want to kind of go through my opening here with again sharing the good in Fayette. And we're interested in your stories out there. Those of you listening, if there's something you'd like us to highlight, I just saw a press release or a written piece, I should say, not necessarily a press release, come through this morning that's going to be out in the next couple of days about Dunbar, the Historical Society opening an art gallery.
Oh, I love
So
that.
it's things like that. And we're looking for your stories. So things like that, things that are happening, give us a follow on Facebook at Discover Fayette PA. Let us know what's up in your world. And hopefully it's something that we can kind of shine a little light on, do either a video, I might come out and see you, or a written piece with one of our writers. And there's just a lot of great stuff going on. And we like the things that are kind of like the art gallery at the Dunbar Historical Society. Like, how cool is that?
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? And to give them a shout out, Dunbar is a great place. It might be one of the corners of Fayette County that doesn't get a lot of love.
Sure.
We talk a lot about Uniontown. We talk a lot about Connellsville. We talk a lot about Brownsville. But those communities, those offshoot communities, and that might not be the right word, but those smaller communities, we love to highlight those.
Yeah, agreed. And we had talked last time I was on with you. We talked about Dawson, a lot of similarities there with Dunbar. These small towns that are still doing interesting things. They've got great people living there. And I will again put a plug in for Rick. I was at Juneteenth this year, and I watched him in action with his cameras and his work. He makes it simple. He makes it easy. So if you have a story you want to tell, get him on board with you. If he likes your story, he's going to help highlight it. He's going to make it fun for you, and he's going to help your story be able to be shared with a lot more people.
Yeah, and we do get quite a fair amount of requests that come in through our public relations initiative for the county. So we do have a whole entire team that comes and helps decide those things. But yeah, we really want to hear from you, and we try. I know personally, if I hear from somebody, I try really, really hard. If they proactively reach out, I try really, really hard to do something with that, rather than just saying, "Hey, buddy, thanks for that. I'll get back to you later, and then
Right.
never reach around.
Well, I think we kind of we're in the same boat there. If people reach out to me and they say I would like to get this on the bulletin board, on the radio, that kind of stuff, even if it doesn't exactly match up, I'm going to find some way to help
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Because that's what this whole thing. It's all the same stuff. It's all about community, being together, all that stuff.
That's right. So, yeah, again, we're interested in your story. So please give us a follow, Discover Fayette PA on Facebook. Shoot us a message if there's something you're interested in telling us about and sharing with us. And we would really, really love to highlight it. That being said, we just wrapped up the Fayette County Fair.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of the fair.
Me too.
I do enjoy the fair. I also enjoy when the fair's over.
This is true.
However, I had a great time this year at the fair.
Yeah.
I every day I was there was fantastic. The people were great. The weather, it was hot,
Yeah, it was hot.
but I'm not going to complain about the heat. When we were in like the throes of winter and I'm like counting down the minutes until summer,
Sure.
I promised myself I will not complain about this heat. And let me tell you, the heat it felt good over the weekend to not sweat.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I had a nice time out there too, but it was a hot week.
Yep.
But the rain really held off. There was no major storm that crushed anything. I know that we're going to talk about a specific story, but I know our friend Nicholas here had a chance to meet Lee Greenwood out there.
Did you, Nick?
So that was pretty
Absolutely.
cool.
He
Yeah.
pulled me up on stage. We sang together.
You didn't sing
No,
together.
Arnie did, but no, Lee Greenwood was great. I mean, that's a big name to come to the Fayette County Fair. So
Yeah.
kudos to them. He's coming back to the State Theater
Yes,
later
he
this
is.
year. So
Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, fun time, and the fair's great. The 4-H kids. I mean,
That's what
they're
it's
the
all
backbone
about.
of the fair.
Yeah,
And
for
the fair
sure.
board, the people, the volunteers, the workers. Who make it look seamless, even though a lot of work goes into something like that.
Absolutely.
They pull it off as if, like it's nothing, but it takes
Absolutely.
a lot of work. So
Yeah.
good
Have
for
you,
them.
have you guys ever witnessed the 4-H Olympics?
No,
Where all the
I've not,
4-H kids get
unfortunately,
together
no.
and do the Olympics.
Oh, wow.
This is my first experience with it this year. Ashley and I went out.
Shout out to Ashley
Yep,
House.
Yep.
One of my
Ashley,
favorite people.
The man on the street. If we don't do a man on the street video after a while, Ashley starts to harass me about
I
it.
believe
So I'm just kidding. We love the man on the street video. I got. Not everybody gets my
I
humor
understand.
sometimes.
You're okay.
So I got to make sure I wrap that up by saying just a joke. But yeah. So we did a man on the street at the 4-H Olympics, and I started editing that a little bit Friday, and was looking at it this morning, and we've got a lot of fun footage there, and it's basically just all the kids from 4-H. They do this mad dash. The team leaders go to grab a color of a t-shirt. So there's all these t-shirts laid out.
Okay.
And the team leaders have to go grab a t-shirt, which we got that on video, and that's their team color.
Sure.
And they just set up all at the indoor arena, all these things all around, all these different obstacles and things like that. And these kids just have a blast. It's the nice little like icing on the cake after a really, really long.
So it's a chance to kind of let their hair down.
Exactly. Yeah.
gotcha.
And it's fantastic for the kids. They just have such a great time. And the adults do too. It was,
I bet.
It
I
was
bet.
fun. So look out for that on Fayette TV. Coming up real soon. Our Facebook page is Fayette County TV. We're also on Channel 77 on your local cable, Breeze Line, and Q-Call Cable. So fair programming, we covered the Fair Queen competition. We covered the opening ceremonies. We had an episode of our weekly show, our weekly sports show, The Stellar Show,
Okay.
with Victor and Ken. We covered the Hardcore Demo Derby, the Monday night one.
Okay.
Which I got to give a shout out to Frankie Guy. I was talking to him real quick when we were setting this up, and he said, the Saturday one's going to be better than the Monday one. You should come to the Saturday one. I said, I can't do the Saturday, but let me tell you, I went to the Monday night one. This thing was incredible.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what happened Saturday, but the Monday was
Cats and dogs living together. It was
yeah,
sure.
yeah, it was incredible and had such a great time. Ross Godotti from KDKA was there. He did the introduction, and then he was like kind of standing by me in the stands where I was filming. And man, this guy, I told him on his way out, I said, Ross, I should just give you a microphone and let you do color commentary.
Yeah.
He was like a kid in a candy
He was
store at the
into
demo
it.
derby. He loved it.
Okay.
And Ross, he's a really, really nice guy. I've worked with him on a couple
I've met
other
him in the
events.
past myself, yeah.
Super nice guy. So shout out to Ross. I'm sure he's listening. So
Absolutely.
but yeah, the fair was a great time. Josh, I saw you in your bright lemon shirt that day.
I was.
And you were
rocking.
getting lemonade.
I was. It was quite a moment for me.
I'm sure it was.
It was through the looking glass. Everything came full circle. I wasn't sure, there was like a rip in the time continuum. But yes, I was in my bright WMBS lemon shirt and buying lemonade. Had a great time though. It was WMBS MBS Day at the fair. We love being out there too and seeing everybody.
Yeah.
And again, that's what it's all about. It really is.
So this story came out, and I have to share this, and we will post this as well at Discover Fayette, PA. We're going to share it out. It's gotten a lot of traction, but the headline here: 9-year-old at the Fayette County Fair donates proceeds from selling her pig to build a new barn. So, I'm going to read a little excerpt from this.
Please.
This is you want to talk about a feel-good story and something great in Fayette? This is like, I saw this morning, was like, wow, touches my heart. So, at the end of every county fair, those in 4-H who've dedicated their time to raising and showing animals take part in a livestock sale. We know that's on the Friday night, the final Friday night of the fair. On the Friday night, during the auction, one young 4-H'er surprised everyone with an act of kindness for a project near to her heart. And the ripple effect that followed will give you goosebumps. Harper Diamond, 9 years old, participated in her second showing at the Fayette County Fair and was seen in the show arena with her 270-pound pig, Cookie.
Cookie the pig.
Cookie the pig. I love it.
270. Love it.
So keep that in mind, 270 pounds. We're going to talk about how much she raised per pound here in a moment.
Okay.
She's a fourth-generation 4-H'er. So basically, Harper decided during the livestock auction to donate all the earnings awarded from selling her pig to the building fund for a new barn at the fairgrounds.
Wow.
So if you've been following, the fairgrounds they're looking to do some upgrading. Right. And a new barn is on that list. So she handed the auctioneer a piece of paper telling him that she was going to donate her earnings. We were shocked, but the response was overwhelming, said Linda, who's Harper's grandmother.
Okay.
Normally the animals bring in right around $1,200.
Okay.
A former 4-H member and his brother ran the bid up, said Chris Diamond. They ran the pig up to $42.50 per pound. Wow. So that generated right around $13,000.
Oh, my Lord.
But didn't stop there. That's just the beginning.
Okay.
A ripple effect on the crowd. The crowd also began pitching in because now the word was getting out that
What was happening?
Yeah, Harper was donating this back.
So people were getting into the feel-good moment.
They were feeling it. They would say, hey, I'd like to add $1 to that, or $2 or $5 per pound. And the pig was 270 pounds. In the end, Harper's pig, Cookie, raised $27,000.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
And all of that goes back to the new barn in the Fayette County Fair, which will be enjoyed for generation after generation. Sure. And it's unbelievable.
That's an incredible number. I don't know that I've ever heard a number like that coming out of the livestock auction before. I know sometimes you'll see there was something involving a goat one year that there was something special attached to that. Same thing with a steer one time, something special attached to that. They may have gotten into the low thousands. Nothing like that. So I think everybody was in the moment. That's amazing. That's an awesome, awesome story.
So again, that goes straight to the pig barn.
Wow.
It stood for 50 years. It's set to be torn down. At the time of this printing, it says next Monday. So I don't know if that's today or next Monday.
Wow.
But the Fayette County Fair Association has agreed to help take on the project to rebuild, but they do need more funding.
But that's a great start and
huge help.
Shout out to Harper Diamond.
What an
amazing 9-year-old who put in all the time and effort raising Cookie, and then gives Cookie's proceeds away to build the hog barn. That's what small town communities are all about. That's what it's all about right there.
I read that, and it reminds. My youngest is 10, and she has that heart. Just like that, to where you're like, how are you so amazing?
Yeah.
So Harper, girl, you're amazing.
Shout out to Harper.
Fantastic job, fantastic work. Thank you. And that's like,
and to all the people that are the people that drove up the bid and the people that are spending the money. I mean, shout out to them too.
Yeah.
Harper is the one that brought the awesome blessing to the community. They're the ones that help fulfill it. So shout out to everyone involved.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. The good in Fayette County. I say this every week because it is true. You can go around just about any corner in the county and you can find something or somebody who will want to say something negative. But our job here and our role here is to highlight the positive and to show that it doesn't get much more positive than that. That's like a mic drop. This mic's too heavy to drop, but that's a mic drop.
It is.
That.
No,
but
for sure.
Yeah, we get your sentiment. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That really is great.
So that being said, we wrapped up the Fayette County Fair and had a great time. But there's Dawson Grange Fair starts today.
Oh, wow.
So it just keeps going, and I know Bullskin is after that. You know, we do with Discover Fayette do like a series on the fairs. So I talked to some of the organizers at the Dawson Fair, and they are nice people. So a reminder with the Dawson Grange Fair, there's no charge to get in for any of their events. It's a completely free fair. Today, everything kicks off at noon. They have their exhibits. They have a motocross race tonight at 7:30. Signups for that start at 3. The actual fair itself officially opens at 6. 6:30 is their Queen and Princess contest. 7:30 tonight, Tim Litvin Band.
Okay.
So they have a full week of schedules. You can follow.
So it's all week.
It's all week. It's not just today. I just have today's schedule.
Yeah.
I didn't want to read the whole week off, but incredible stuff. And Dawson, show Dawson some love. I did a piece with Discover Fayette not too long ago on Sarah B. Cochran.
Yes.
Who was, talk about a mover and shaker.
Yes.
Someone back in the day. And the community of Dawson they loved this piece. It's such a passionate group of people in Dawson, in such a small community. And we love to highlight them. Again, talking about Dunbar, talking about Dawson.
Right.
You know, these areas that aren't the big hubs of the county, but are like the pillars of the county.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic to shine a light on that.
I agree with you. And I will say this too, and I know that this is part of your heart and part of the mission too. This is all about Fayette County and what makes Fayette County incredible, but it does also breach out into those areas that kind of fall in between the Washington and Westmoreland corridor, right up along those lines. So yesterday I had an opportunity to be out at the American Legion in Centerville. That's just outside of Fayette County. They had a car show out there. Okay, car show. What does it mean? Well, every single dollar that they raise at that car show goes to veterans services in Fayette, Washington, Greene, all these places where they're taking care of veterans with toiletries and clothing and shelter. Every dollar, not $1 went back to the Legion. It was awesome. I had one of the organizers come on with me, and I'm like, this is incredible. And I don't think people recognize, they're having a car show. It's just a car show. It wasn't even a fundraiser for them. But that's the kind of stuff happening in Fayette, but also happening right in our neighboring communities too. And it's all about that community stuff. So
absolutely.
It was a really cool day.
It's a great thing. Yeah, for sure. So yeah. Moving on from Fair Talk, I kind of want to plug a meeting that's coming this Thursday evening, America's 250th planning meeting. Okay. So this has to do with, of course, Fayette and America's birthday celebrations. Right. These are continuing on throughout the year. Next year will be 250 years since the birth of America. Right. So there are a lot of events happening around that, and the organizers of a lot of these events are looking for your input. So there's been some daytime, lunchtime meetings, and the committee was asked to set up an evening meeting. So there will be an evening meeting this Thursday, 6 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn in Uniontown. Okay. It's an open meeting to discuss planning of America's 250th anniversary and Fayette's birthday events.
Yeah, no, and I know that you guys kind of got things rolling earlier this year, kind of like a year-long lead-up celebration and all the Marquis de Lafayette celebration stuff too. You were instrumental in all that stuff, so I can only imagine the planning phase. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to take place around this over the coming year.
Yeah, and it's not just creating an event that doesn't exist currently. It's taking existing events that are already happening and set up within the county and perhaps partnering with a theme of America.
Right.
So, there's ways to kind of cross-pollinate here, and that's what we're hoping to do out of these meetings, is to get as many people as possible involved so that, it's not just we're not creating things for the sake of creating things, but we are actually, going right along with existing events that are happening.
And you and I think, chatted about that last time I was on too. No one has to reinvent the wheel. And the people that you're asking to get engaged, it can be very small engagement, but it will have a big impact down the road. Whether they're putting something in their shop window, whether they're interested in being a part of something and actually volunteering their time. But it's not like you have to give up everything to make it happen. And you're not trying to do that. You're trying to take what's already there and make it into something good that is celebrating this as well.
Absolutely. So we'd encourage you again to come out. That is this coming Thursday, which pulling up my calendar right now, Thursday is the 7th, and that is at 6 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn right in Uniontown. It's a planning meeting for the America's 250th and Fayette's birthday celebration committee. My next topic, this is literally the fastest half hour of my
it's
week.
Flying.
It's already 8 minutes till. So, City Mission Living Stones has their Main Street Classic 5K coming up. And I wanted to be sure to give a shout out. So basically, this is happening Saturday, August 16th. It is at Story Square. That's where it begins.
Okay.
I have my flyer here. Mary Sampy, who hosts our Discover Fayette television show, is basically in charge of this at City Mission Living Stones. It is Saturday, August 16th, celebrating 21 years of the Main Street Classic 5K. It's at Story Square. Registration is 7 a.m. The kiddie race is 8:30 a.m. and then the actual Main Street Classic race is at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So they're definitely hoping for more participants, more runners or walkers. It's not a competitive race necessarily. Right. It's more of a
participation race.
Participation,
to support the cause.
Casual, get outdoors kind of thing to support the cause of City Mission Living Stones. Does a lot in the community.
They do.
Mary was on this show a couple months back, and the stuff they do in the community, it's really, really amazing. And you begin to wonder, when we talk about groups like City Mission Living Stones or Connellsville Area Community Ministries or places like this, what our community or our county would look like without that help.
Sure.
And it's a little bit of a scary thought because they're solid. City Mission Living Stones, community action. Again, these places are solid without them. It's a little bit of a scary thought to think, where we might be without them.
Right, which is why it's so important to get out there and support them. And this is a great way to do it. Maybe Nicholas could jump in now that with his weight loss, and he could be leading the pack.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I'm there, baby.
Nick's gonna
run with me.
Maybe
mark it down. Nick may be there.
Maybe we could get some of that on video. We could use that.
Yeah, that's the only way to verify it. I mean, don't take my word for it. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm here. I'm here to help anyone.
We knew
out.
you would be.
Well, listen, if you're there, Nick,
I love people.
I'm emceeing the event. I'm playing some music.
All right.
I will be sure to give you a little shout out and an interview. And yep,
I appreciate
absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
Really. I need my name out there.
You do.
I'm very full of myself, so I need all the publicity I can get.
So proceeds for this, specifically for the Main Street Classic, Nick, that Nick's participating in, they're going to help provide emergency shelter and other resources for Fayette County's homeless individuals and families.
Yeah.
And we say this, and
sorry, I got to see that logo right there. If you can see that online,
that's a very common. We've seen that logo for a long time. Yeah, I love that.
It's a shoe.
It's really cool.
I get it.
Yeah,
that's neat.
I like that. So it just stood out to me when I looked over
with the cityscape in the shoe. I love it.
Yep.
I was just about to say, a thought that really, you see every now and then it pops up on the news. There's a house fire and somebody loses everything.
Yes,
I did see one over the weekend. I think it was in Connellsville where the folks lost everything, and one of the gentlemen has some pretty serious burns for trying to save the pets.
Oh my!
And we us in this room and most of us listening are really one catastrophe away that could happen like that from needing some assistance.
That's right.
Like what City Mission Living Stones provides. And, none of us are exempt from needing something like that. So when we're in a position to help and we're in a position to support something like that, I think it's important to do that because that comes back around.
Absolutely. And it's as simple as getting involved by sharing this flyer on Facebook if you see it.
Yeah.
Something just that simple. You could get it to the right person. They could see it in your feed. They'd be like, yeah, I would like to do that. So if you don't want to walk in it or run in it, just be supportive of it because these are the people, again, that are providing for our needs.
Yes. So you can find more information on Facebook, City Mission Living Stones, that has this. That's where I pulled this flyer from this morning. There's a QR code, which is super handy. That'll take you right to the page because you could type in all this stuff to go to the page. But man, that's like 2 lines full of an address. Much easier to pull out your camera on your phone. We all have phones. Scan that code. It'll pop you right over to the website. And you can register there, or at least get more information, and hopefully be a part of this big event that Nick's taking part in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, now I got to be there.
Leading the pack.
That's
We
right.
don't lie on WMBS.
No,
so
never. He's
I'm there.
he's got the
Also
5.5 minute mile now. So
That's it, absolutely. Me and Roger Bannister, right? Is that the guy? That's a callback.
So, hey, man, that gets me through my list today. It's been a quick show and a fun one. Josh, I'm always happy to have you on.
yeah, I love being on with you because again, this kind of ties into what I've been doing my whole career.
Yep.
The different places that I've worked. It's all about community engagement, and I really enjoy it, and I have a passion for it. Couple of plugs since I'm on your
Please.
show, and there's stuff happening in
Yes.
town. We got Story Square on Thursday night.
Yes.
Myself and Matt will be down there for Story Square, and then on Saturday, I'm going to be out in Malden at the Steam Horse and Gas Show.
Wow.
Live at the Steam Horse and Gas Show in Malden, PA, which is West Brownsville area. And then on Saturday, second remote of the day, Saturday, Matt and myself will be at the Italian Festival, which is this weekend, the 9th and 10th, downtown. So you do not have to be Italian to participate. Come down, enjoy some great food, learn about the Italian heritage here in the local community. It's an amazing event. If you've never been, you need to stop. And it's in a new location this year outside the Fayette County Courthouse. So.
Got it. So it's right downtown outside of the
Right
courthouse.
downtown outside of the courthouse.
Beautiful.
All day Saturday, all day Sunday. They shut down the road. There's tons of food vendors, tons of local entertainment. It's a good day.
That's
Good time.
great. That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you for mentioning that. That one was totally off my radar. I've seen signs up for it, but yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, it's it's a great time in Fayette County. It really is. And we are I'm enjoying the summer. I don't know about anybody else, but I sure am.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
And the fair was a great way to really celebrate that peak summer. We're in the late stages of summer now. You start to feel that taper towards fall, but that doesn't mean there's still not a lot going on. There's the Story Square concert series are going to run all the way into September. All the amazing farmers markets are going to really continue and ramp up actually for them because it's harvest season.
Yeah.
So stuff is still happening.
It is. There's a lot happening. So again, this has been Discover Fayette. I'm Rick Fike, and I appreciate you joining us. Again, give us a follow on Facebook at Discover Fayette PA. Shoot us a message if you have something interesting happening that you'd like us to cover or even like to just talk about with us. We'd love to hear your stories, and we love to hear the stories of Fayette County. Josh, thank you. Nick, thank you so much for being on.
Boy, you guys are good at that. Wow.
We have fun together.
We do, and we'll
Inspired.
talk to you again in 2 weeks.
Right here on your local station, WMBS Uniontown. It's 11 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The standoff continues over a Republican redistricting plan for Texas. Democrats are in Illinois in protest. Chris Fox